So if we think in terms of expanding the thoracic cage or depressing the thoracic cage, we can easily identify, based on the fiber directions, what it does. So if we look at this muscle and we say it starts long and it gets short, when it gets short, it's pulling up on the thoracic cage. Pulling up expands the dimensions, meaning it is a muscle of inspiration. Right? Don't you feel inspired by this muscle? You should. If we look at a muscle that is going to either depress the thoracic cage by pulling down or depress the thoracic cage by creating opposition to a muscle, so say for instance your abdominals. If we activate these rectus abdominis muscles, it creates a pressure challenge to the diaphragm, which drops down. So because these squeeze and push the thoracic cage up, compressing, abdominal muscles are forced expiration. If you are on the fence, look at the muscle. Say, here's the attachment points. If that gets short, what does that do to our thoracic cage? So this doesn't have to be a guess, right? If you're looking at it, you're like, I don't remember, and it says, what's the function? Use common sense. The other thing is these ribs move as a bucket handle. Right, so depending on how they are attached to the ribs, so let's point out, for instance, our serratus posterior inferior, right? It attaches here, and when it gets short, that pulls the rib cage down like a bucket handle dropping. Where we don't see exactly, let's say levator, I guess we'll use as an instance. If this pulls up, right, gets short, it is creating bucket handle up. Right, so again, if you're, a lot of times I like to see people doing this type, they're around here and they're like doing these things as they're going through this. That is something I like to see because it shows your thinking, right? You're not just guessing, you know why it does what it does, and then you're just using what you see. That's the point of having these models. So let's walk through all of them. All right, first and foremost,